Hey friends, so as you know, if you've been following me at all, that I've been going through stuff just like everybody does. Just because we get on the screen and we talk about God and hope and life and light, it doesn't mean that our lives are devoid of issues and problems. In fact, sometimes it feels like because of the weight of what God is calling us to do, sometimes it feels heavy. But I didn't for a minute want you to think that I am just sitting here adverse to problems, because I got them just like you do. And I wanted to get real and just talk about the fact that sometimes it can be really hard when in our present circumstance we don't see the mighty, amazing power of God in this present moment. Sometimes, in fact, in my life, in those hard, dark moments, it's honestly felt like He's abandoned me. I've even questioned. There's been times in my life that I've cried myself to sleep, and I've asked, like, God, are you really there? Do you really care? Because it sure doesn't feel like it right now in this moment when you've yet to answer my desperate prayers. But just because He hasn't answered yet doesn't mean He's not going to answer, right? And I journal a lot, and that's how I get a lot of my feelings out. And I journal with God. And when I'm super vulnerable and I decide to finally let all the walls come tumbling down and I just let Him talk to me, He'll speak truth to my heart. And a couple weeks ago while I was journaling, I just said, like, God, I feel like you're just sitting up in heaven, just this far off God, just uncaring of my plight. That's how it feels right now. And what He answered back to me, it took my breath away, and I wanted to share it with you because I feel like it's not just meant for me, it's meant for you too. And the words that He reassured my hurting heart with were, not for a minute have I abandoned you, or am I just sitting up here, uncaring of your plight, unfeeling of your pain. I still have skin in the game. And yes, I did have to go research that just a little bit just to make sure that I was in fact hearing Him. And yet again, He proved Himself true and faithful. And that term actually came from the Derby races. And because when that owner had actual horse flesh, aka skin, they had that horse in the race, they had skin in the game. It meant that they had a staked interest, an investment. They were totally invested all the way into that race. And so God was just telling me, daughter of my heart, will you please get this idea of me being far off and unaffected by your pain and what you're going through out of your mind? And will you instead hear me loud and clear that I am fully invested in your story? I'm fully invested in you and you winning this thing and you making it out alive and you wearing that victor's crown. That I am not just sitting here unaffected. I am right here, daughter, wiping your tears as they fall. And I am so invested it would take your breath away. And of course, like I do, I wrestled with Him and I'm like, but really, God, I think I'm hearing wrong. Because why would you, the maker of the heavens and the earth, be fully invested in someone as fallen and broken as me? And He said, daughter, one, get the idea that you're so fallen and so broken out of your mind because I make all things new. So yeah, maybe once upon a time you felt broken and you felt crushed and you felt all the stuff that humans feel, but it doesn't mean that that's your forever place. When you chose to be mine, I wiped it all away. And two, I am so fully invested. Remember that when I chose to lay everything down to take your place, I was fully invested. Hook, line, and sinker. I couldn't get any more invested. And you, the daughter of my heart, winning that race and wearing the victor's crown. So friend, I just wanted to get on and encourage you. I don't know what hard part of your story that you're walking through right now, but I wanted to reassure your hurting, troubled, broken heart that the God of the universe is fully invested in you, and He has skin in the game. And I know that other people have wrote you off. Other people have made you feel like you're not worth investing in. But friend, you are worth Jesus coming down from heaven and laying his life down for you. He was fully invested. He loves you that much. And he's saying, let all the hurt be washed away by his love. You are not too far gone, not too broken, not too anything for his love not to come in and make you brand new. And even better than new, because it means that you're going to have compassion and love and all the amazing things to pass on to other people. So friend, breathe in and breathe out, and let that weight of all the people's opinions and all the things that you feel that you're not, and all the times that they didn't invest in you and wrote you off, let it go. Let God heal your heart as he reminds you that he still has skin in the game and he's fully invested in you. I love you. Sending you big hugs and lots of prayers.